Hello everyone. You are on Stoker's Zoom channel. In front of you is a binocular. Calling it rare is an understatement. It is a very rare binocular, and in general, how many were produced I do not know. There is essentially no information about it on the internet. If you enter this name Ausiena, Flectagon, Google might show you one or two photos of such a binocular, and as I repeat, there is essentially no information about it. When I received this binocular, it looked about 99% like a complete copy of the binocular. Carl Zeiss Septarium. I also have a review of this super rare binocular. It was produced for only 2 years, in 1968 and 1969, by the serial number Septarium. Has a serial number of 3623227, while this one has 3623590. It can be said that they were essentially released in the same period, in 1969. Now let's move on to the inscriptions on this binocular, and we'll start with the left half. Here it says Ausiena. It translates to from Jena. This marking was used during the period when the Carl Zeiss brand was divided between West Germany in the city of Oberkochen and East Germany in the city of Jena. Since the rights to the Carl Zeiss brand in Western countries belonged to the company in Oberkochen, the GDR was forced to use alternative designations, such as Ausiena, for export to Western countries. Inscriptions like Jena or Carl Zeiss Jena DDR were used for the domestic market, or for the countries of the Eastern Bloc or the Warsaw or Pact countries. And on the right half, it is written, let's start reading from the bottom, Super S, probably meaning the glass mark, M, I don't know this, 7 times, 40 objective lens diameter, and W, this is wide, angle. This binocular has, well, most likely just like the Scepter M, 8.4 degrees, field of view, or 148 meters at a distance of 1 kilometer. In general, the specifications for this binocular are nowhere to be found, as if they were never written down. Flectagon, Ausiena, and the specifications. Well, regarding this name, Flectagon, with such a name, Carl Zeiss produced the most famous wide-angle camera lenses. Why he decided to put this particular name on the binoculars is unknown to me. Since the camera lenses were probably known throughout Europe, perhaps it was a marketing move to increase sales of these binoculars in Western countries. Therefore, it is most likely a little-known rare series, or a batch of binoculars that were meant for export. And they used such a marketing strategy. This particular binocular has some fungus inside. On the external surface of the lens, there is a partial loss of coating. From the inside, the coating is preserved. Now, I will watch my previous video where I repaired the Scepter M to recall how to unscrew and disassemble the eyepieces here. Well, and it will need to be completely disassembled and cleaned. This whole process, I will probably take some photos just so you can see that it's a complete copy. Probably, yes, it is. I haven't disassembled it yet, I don't know yet, but most likely that's how it is. Well, and then, of course, I will take some shots through this binocular. Look here, I've almost disassembled everything. Well, here I still need to unscrew the lenses. But overall, you see, it's a complete copy. The eyepiece is also identical. On this side, it unscrews and the lenses can be removed. There is fungus on the lenses. In general, it will be necessary to do the same thing, to clean everything. I also want to draw your attention, look here, in my right hand. I already have a cleaned mechanism of the eyepiece, which moves in the left slot. there is a spring here and also a small detail. And when the eyepiece, we pull it out to the maximum, that spring fits right here into the groove. And then someone might think that the eyepiece is stuck, but actually it's designed this way so that the eyepiece doesn't fall. You just need to press lightly, and that's it. It moves normally. And so look at what we have at the moment. These are the remnants of some sealant on the covers. I completely took it apart, removed everything, and cleaned it thoroughly. And in these corners, I applied Soviet sealant. Very little. In the very corner, but this will be enough, as the binocular body and the prism cover fit very well together. Here. The blackening on the lenses was worn off. After I started wiping it with alcohol, it disappeared immediately, so I had to reapply the blackening. Well, overall, the binoculars are now completely cleaned, except for the eyepieces. Now I'll quickly clean the eyepiece lenses. Take a look at the prisms. On this side, as I tried, I was unable to unscrew these cups at all, but I didn't need to. So, the repair, or rather not repair, but cleaning of the binoculars is completed. The binoculars are fully cleaned and all optical surfaces are in very, very good condition, except for the external lenses. There are no scratches on them, but the coating is almost completely worn off. In those days, there was no protective coating applied to the lenses, and so, over 50 years, when dust would settle, people would take their finger, wipe the lens like this, and in doing so, damage the coating. Now, I will take some shots through the binoculars. The image quality is very, very good, superb, and it's exactly the same as its twin, the Septorum. Outside, the weather is beautiful and sunny, early spring. Well, let's begin. Overall, the binoculars provide a clear and bright image. The clarity is approximately 80–85% of the field, which is quite good for binoculars with a wide field of view. Additionally, the binoculars have a great depth of field. The road is now 2 kilometers away. And now you see this is 500 meters. I am not refocusing anything. The clarity remains unchanged. Also, one of the advantages of these binoculars and Zeiss in general is that the color reproduction is neutral. Here, the colors are not distorted at all. Essentially, I am looking at the same septarium. For the eyes, well, it's a very, very pleasant image. Thank you all for watching the video. Don't forget to support the channel, give it a like, and see you next time.